Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all three past performance formats. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a closer look at Kentucky Derby Contender Society Man. As of this taping, trainer Danny Gargan might have two for the Kentucky Derby. He, of course, has Dornoch, Mage's little brother. Mage won the Derby last year. And he has Society Man, who's by Mage's sire, Good Magic. And here's how Society Man got into the Kentucky Derby with a second-place effort at a gigantic price in the Grade 2 Wood Memorial. He was 106-1 in this race, Mike. Where did it come from?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a very valid question. I mean, he's going to be a big price in the Derby, too. Maybe not triple digits on the line, but he's going to be a big price, Dan. And he took another step forward here. I mean, it's not like he came into the Wood. He didn't have credentials to be one of the favorites in this race for sure, but he came in with some decent form, a horse who had already shown that he can sit and make a pretty big run if things go his way. He got a great trip in that race, but he also ran. He was clearly second best.
Louis Rivera Jr. rode Society Man in 3 of his 5 starts, including the Wood Memorial. Gargan has yet to officially name a jockey for Society Man for the Kentucky Derby. Some ownership changes. Reeves Thoroughbred, the Pasquarellas, they bought into this horse. He's by Good Magic again, who, of course, sired Mage last year. But, of course, there are questions. He's only 1 for 5 in his career. His lone win came over a wet track, going 1 turn with Lasix. He won't have Lasix, of course, for the Kentucky Derby, but he didn't need it in the Wood.
No, he didn't. Right, the Lasix was off. That's a good sign. He was also stretching back out in distance for the Wood, and it was no issue for him. And again, listen, he ran a perfectly fine race in the Wood Memorial. He got a really good trip. I think it'll be interesting to see what decision they make as far as a rider goes, because Louis Rivera did give him a really good trip in the Wood. And this horse ran a decent second in that race. His prior start, when he broke his maiden, he was on a little bit of a distance cutback there, Dan. But what he showed that day, and it's not the first time that he showed it in his career either, he sat back off of a really strong pace, and he came with a big finish in there and just ran that field over. So, you know, he's got that kind of running style that often plays really well in Kentucky.
Gargan has obviously always liked this horse. He ran him in the Grade 3 Withers in only his 3rd start while still a maiden, and he caught a very wet track that day and kind of got bounced around a bit. This horse sold for $85,000 as a yearling. The dam was stakes placed going a mile on synthetic, but from a pedigree standpoint, I think he'll get the 1.25 miles if he gets the right trip. He's out of, again, the dam's by Colonel John. He's going to have to simply improve from a speed figure standpoint. His last 2 races are the best of his career, an 82 for his win 2 back and an 87 in the Wood Memorial, and he's running against horses that run in the mid-90s or higher.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, he's going to be in real tough in Kentucky. That's for sure. He's going to have to move forward, not only move forward again, he's going to have to take a huge step forward again. And then we'll just see what kind of trip he can pull. I think one of the things that you like about him is he is going to be a really big price again, Dan. I think, you know, he showed in the Wood Memorial, whatever your thoughts are on that as a prep overall. And maybe it wasn't one of the stronger ones, but this horse ran fine in there. He showed that he can stay closer if he has to and still make a run through the stretch. And again, the maiden went 2 back. He showed he'll sit and make a big run if things set up for him. And, you know, we don't get fast paces in the Derby that much anymore. But if you get one, this horse can take advantage.
This gelding is progressive. He might have the right running style for this race. Distance shouldn't be a problem. He's coming in sharp off the Wood Memorial, but he is going to have to improve. The question for Society Man is it too much too soon on the first Saturday in May?